it's Nia. Welcome back to another video. It's 2022! Ah! Oh, I'm so sorry, Schroeder. He was sitting, oh my gosh. He was sitting on my lap and did not appreciate that scream. Okay, so this video is all of my front year matter, yearly planning, all of that stuff that goes at the front of my journal that doesn't go in a monthly setup section. So for my cover, and because I have this giant journal now, I really wanted to do something that involved watercolors or painting. But when I tested the watercolor, it made the page very wrinkly because, you know, this isn't like a canvas or a thick paper, it's just journal paper. So I Googled a bunch of different techniques of how to get a watercolor effect in my journal without actually having to use watercolors. So this is what I found, was using markers and like a Ziploc bag or something, and you scribble your marker on there, and then you drop a couple of drops of water, mesh it up around, and then you just go to town on the paper. And this is how my cover turned out. It looks really cool. I really love it, and I will definitely be doing this again. I know I'm always talking about flowers. I got really into flowers in 2020 and 2021. So yeah, I have plans for this marker watercolor technique and like doing a really cool flower theme. I think it would look so cool. Yeah, here I am making some stencils for the number, the year, the title, 2022. I thought about tracing them and then doing the watercolors on there, but when I did my testing, you couldn't really see through if I would have outlined it with pencil, and I didn't want to do marker, which it would have worked out fine if I had done it with marker and then did the watercolor over it. I have a video showing how I did the testing. That'll be, oh my gosh, there's my hair. I have a video that shows me doing the testing to figuring it out in the different types of tests that I did. It's a really quick video, like a little bonus video to make up for not posting regularly. I'm so sorry. But yes, so what I did here was I made the stencil, I traced it lightly with pencil, and then because the pencil is kind of reflective, I was able to see the outline with my overhead light, and then I just colored it in with the marker and did it that way. And you can see that I was trying to figure out what font I wanted to do, but this was the font that won, and I think it looks super cute. It's so cute, and I love the colors, and it was just a really cool effect, and it's something that you can do multiple times and you'll never end up with the exact same result, which is something else that I really liked. And I just am really looking forward to my 2022 journal. It's a new size, we've got new layouts happening, and because the pages are so large, we're just gonna experiment with some stuff that I really didn't have the space to do in my other journals. I'm talking collages, and I've got a bunch more washi tapes. I am talking stencils. I've already experimented with painting in a way, and all of these experimentations are just gonna continue, and I'm super, super excited. All right, so in my old journal, which was a 26 by 23 dots or grids, however you want to say it, that one was really easy to figure out the math of things. Going across, it was 12 and 12. That was the center, and then it was 10, 10, 10, and 3, and that's really easy math. So it was 6s and 10s and 5s, and really just simple to figure out how to separate the page up for when I was doing sections or anything. And also, I had been using that size journal since 2018, so it was like second nature. Like, I just knew already like how to split the page up. But this one is huge. It's like twice the size of my old journal. It is 40 by 55 dots. the grid, 40 by 55 grid. I have no idea how I'm supposed to say that. And oh my gosh, hi Schroeder. Anyway, figuring out how to separate this giant journal for different sections for whatever I need, I knew that was going to take a lot of time and getting used to. And so I decided to make a grid guide, which I've seen people do in their journals all the time. Like I said, I'd never done it because I had the same size journal for so long, and I was typically only doing sections of 3 or sections of 4 or splitting it in half. It was like really easy for me to figure it out. But this one is a lot more, it's a lot more in depth. There's extra spaces on the end. So I was hoping to do this, and I've actually used it, and it's been really helpful to just know quickly and not have to like think too hard or do math or count on my fingers. Yes. And I actually saw another version of how you could do a grid guide that someone else had done, and I kind of wish I had seen that one and did it that way. I will have that other one linked in the description below. But when I searched the grid guide, there were so many examples that were similar to this, and I thought it was cute and fine. But then I saw another one that I was like, oh, I kind of like this one better, but it's too late. I already did it this way. So, that'll be something that I can do for my next journal whenever that happens, because this one, I feel like this one could last like a few years, because what's different is that working on my January layout, instead of having each thing be its own page, which I could have still done, I'm able to fit more stuff into one page. So everything is taking up a lot less space, things like that. And I'm really excited just to play around with the layout and kind of just do whatever I want. I got really stuck into having a pattern and doing it that same way, which it worked for that journal, my old journals, but it's kind of exciting to do something new, and it feels kind of dorky to be excited about a journal, but I am. So this page here is my year of new, which is something I tried to do last year. It lasted for a little while, and then I fell off and it just did not stick, but I have figured out how to make it stick this time. So what it is like a new movie or show or play that I want to watch every week. I want to like keep exposing myself to something new every week. And I have a list of movies and plays and musicals that I can watch, and I just go down the list. So there's no guessing or trying to figure out what's going to be next. I just go off the list. And that's where the trap was for me last year, was that every week I was trying to figure out what to watch, and I was searching through all of these different streaming services, and it was just taking forever. And then I would kind of be like, I don't feel like watching this, or I don't feel like watching anything at all now. But having a list and just that's going to be what's next and not having to think will make it easier for me to actually accomplish this year of new movies and plays and musicals and whatever else. So here is my dates page. It was previously separated in my other journal. I had my birthday page and my doctor's appointments page, and now it's just one page because it's all dates. So at the top section, that's going to be the birthdays. It's separated into the months. And then the middle section is doctor's appointments. And then I had space at the bottom. And because I'm still trying to figure out what exactly I want to do and how I want to use the space, I just made like a notes section similar to what I had on my doctor's page in my 2021 journal. So if there's any notes that I want to mention to a doctor, or notes about a birthday or something, I can just scribble them there. And yeah, so it's a little note section. And then the page next to it is kind of like my finances page. So at the top there, we have my credit card tracker. um, to just, it'll be a graph of how I pay off my credit card over the course of a year, or tracking like what months it goes up really high and what months it's really low. And I did that last year and I kind of stuck to it, but I was mostly writing that information in my monthly review section and not in the graph. So what I'm going to do with the graph is save it for maybe once a quarter or every 6 months. I'll just update it so then I can look at the trends. Yes, I know I can do that on an app, but I like looking at stuff, some things like very tactilely and like feeling the information myself. And the graph turned out cute. I wish I hadn't done the lines down the graph and I just had left like an empty space in the middle, but it's fine. And then at the bottom here, we have my subscription section where I can track my subscriptions. Again, yes, I know there's apps for that, but I just like to have it here. And I like to just let me do me, okay? Let me do me. And so I'll have a list of what subscriptions I have, how much they cost, if they're monthly, annually, quarterly, etc. And then what months that I use them, or what months the annual ones renew, things like that. Here is my quarterly goal planner for 2022. It is a, how should I say this? An evolution of my goals page from my 2021 journal. And I have mentioned this previously in other journals, or I'm sorry, other videos when talking about my task tracker. I've learned this about myself, that I need dates and deadlines to help me accomplish things, and I need to have a clear set of steps and like tasks to do. So I have been researching a lot about goals planning and productivity and different things like that, which will culminate in a very long video, a 2-part video actually, that I've been talking about for like so many months, about how I'm going to tell you guys about task tracking and ideal scheduling and all that stuff that I've been trying. But yeah, so that was my quarterly planner. And this here is my recommendations page. I have my book recommendations at the top, show recommendations at the bottom, and then over to the side, I have my random log. It's essentially just a page for randomness. I could doodle on it, I could put quotes on it, I might make random notes that don't have to do with anything. If I often like to scribble things on post-it notes and stick them places, but then they fall and they get lost, I could stick them on this page as well. So it's just kind of extra page where I can culminate all of whatever random stuff that I need on that page. Then here is my self-care schedule and my cleaning schedule. The cleaning schedule is again, an evolution of the one that I had in my previous journal. Every year, every month, my journals, they evolve as I figure out what's useful to me or how to make pages useful. In my one last year, I had the different sections where you can check off like, oh, you did this weekly or monthly or whatever. And that never worked for me because I never referred back to it. I would look at it every now and then and to make sure that I was cleaning, but I wasn't checking off in the little boxes that I was cleaning. I was just doing the cleaning. And if I was cleaning and I was like, I feel like I'm forgetting something, I would look at the list and be like, oh, I forgot to do this thing. So it's kind of there as just like a reminder, as well as my self-care one as well. It's there as a reminder as well, as like, this is my schedule. Did I do these things? This is what I do on this day. These are things to think about. I have my like skincare schedule, hair care schedule, and then wedges. It's gonna take too long to like explain what wedges are. Actually, maybe not. They're essentially like a thing about you that you want to focus on to make yourself better or make it better. So it could be like not tensing your jaw or not tensing your shoulders, focusing on breathing evenly, different whatever things that are like personal to you that you want to work on getting better at, that will help your overall like just your body and balance and things like that. That's what wedges are. That was the term that we used in my class. I'm sure other groups of people call it other things. Oh, my hair is back. I never could realize that I was leaning that far into the video, and whenever I did, I was like, oh no, I hope I wasn't doing that for a long time. But it's fine. It's not as bad as I thought it was. I was afraid that I was like covering up the journal, which is not what I want to do. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. But yes. And the self-care page, I made those little doodles myself. Typically, I find something and I get inspired by it, and I'll like on the cleaning schedule side, that bucket with all the cleaning stuff, that was a doodle that I saw on someone else's like cleaning schedule on their Pinterest. And it was super cute, so I was like, I'm gonna do that too. But on my self-care page, I was just like free drawing, which I never do because I'm really bad at drawing. And I just did that, and I was like, oh my gosh, I did a little thing. I thought it was cute. Schroeder's back. He might mess up some things. Hi, Schroeder. Okay. So this here is my test page. It was something that I have seen, and I've also seen people do really cute things where they make it look like, it's like paint swatches, and they'll draw like the little paint rollers on it and then have the washi tape come out. And I thought about making it super cutesy, but at this point, this was one of the last pages I did. I finished all of my year front matter. I finished my January stuff. I had been filming for like a week doing all of this stuff, and I was just kind of like, I do not want to draw anymore. I'm just going to stick the tape on the page because I did want to see it all laid out, because I got a bunch of new washi tape. Not a bunch. The tape in the box is new, and it arrived like maybe that night or the day before, and I was super excited because I really like patterns that are neutrals or solid, things like that. But here are my finished pages, the finished products. Here's the cover page. I think it turned out super cool. I think all of these pages turned out super cool. But I just really love the ones with color, just for funsies, but yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video and that you stay around. I am trying to get more consistent with posting regularly. I have already planned out all of my bullet journal videos for the next 6 months. So that was one of the problems with why I wasn't as consistent before, other than just doing my regular monthly planner videos, but also the other videos, it was just really bad at going off the fly and planning. Going off the fly, is that even an analogy? But going with the wind, or just planning things on the fly. That's what I was trying to say. But I have my plans. I have everything figured out. I will also be posting bullet journal videos on TikTok. So if you would like to follow me there, I've made a New Year's resolution to post more TikToks. And so if you are interested in that at all, that's going to be starting soon. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a happy new year. Bye.